What is going on, AZ Sports fan family? How are we doing today on this beautiful Friday afternoon where we're here to talk some Arizona Cardinals? Just because it's the offseason does not mean that we stop making content for the Arizona Cardinals. Big shout out to everybody that's currently in the stream. We're going to have a fun-filled show today. Now, if you guys didn't know, there's no more OTAs. OTAs are currently over. So what we're going to talk about, if you did not already see the topics that we're going to talk about today, we're going to be talking about, big key takeaways, OTAs, all that different stuff. And, the big stories that are currently going on out of the OTAs. One of the biggest one is being that Kyler Murray has a lot, on the table in terms of maybe keeping baseball as an option. Also, we want to talk about Aaron Rodgers' holdout. And the only reason why we're doing that is because that does affect the Arizona Cardinals Week 8. So we're going to talk about everything here today. I'm super excited. If you guys can do me one big favor, definitely smash that like button if you have not yet already. Helps the channel grow out tremendously, and it just helps me out. I would appreciate it, guys. So we're going to go ahead and get started here. Like I said a little earlier, what I wanted to talk about more than anything is the takeaways of what we saw in OTAs. I want to go ahead and get what you guys have to say, what I saw. Now, it's very obvious that when it comes down to OTAs, either if you're going to be outside in Glendale looking through the fences and seeing what's going on, or you're going to basically be like every other Arizona Cardinal fan and take a look at the highlights and what the Facebook or Instagram or YouTube offers you to watch. So obviously a lot of it was a lot of highlights, a lot of different stuff that we ended up seeing, but big key takeaways. I liked what I've seen from JJ Watt. Now, granted, this is all practice, guys. We're not saying, like, my goodness, J.J. Watt is coming up clutch and he's going to basically beat everybody. But I do think, nevertheless, J.J. Watt looks really good. Another player that I really excited to see this coming around for this season is none other than Leki Fotu. Like, Leki Fotu, they had a, like, you could see him, like, on a drill, basically, like, knocking in some big bags, and he ended up breaking one. I think it was already broken to begin with, but he definitely looks strong. More put together. Hopefully we see a lot more playing time when it comes down to Leki Fotu. Another big story that I really do feel like a lot of people are really interested in is Robert Alford, guys. Robert Alford ended up making it through OTAs without being injured. Thank everything that's currently looking out for us, because if you don't know Robert Alford, we signed him for a 3-year deal. He was hurt 2 years. We released him. We re-signed him to a cheaper deal. So nevertheless, I'm pretty excited that Robert Alford hopefully got an opportunity to finally see the field, because one thing I'm really worried about going into the 2021 season is the fact that our cornerback situation might be a little murky. But nevertheless, I'm really excited. I'm definitely very excited. We ended up seeing Kyler Murray throw the balls over to DeAndre Hopkins. We saw AJ Green. We might have saw some flashes of Christian Kirk. A lot of different stuff that we see that's currently going on in OTAs. I'm very excited. It just gets you that much more hyped up going into the season. And I do think that's exactly what they're trying to do when they do show us, these highlights, these OTA snippets and stuff like that. So I'm super excited, man. There's definitely a lot of stuff on the table right now. What is the Arizona Cardinals going to look like? Game 1 against the Titans. What are we, going to look out for? What are some players that that we didn't see last year that's going to show up this year? There's a lot of questions out there. There's a lot of questions that are still going on for our Arizona Cardinals. But nevertheless, OTAs are over, and we're just basically waiting for preseason. Obviously, we'll still have like the, I believe we're still waiting for training camp, but we're waiting for preseason at this point. We have 3 preseason games. If you guys don't know already, preseason's around the corner. I think they gave us the schedule for training camp probably sometime last week or earlier this week. If you guys didn't know, we do start off against the Cowboys. It's going to be August the 13th. And then after that, we have a game versus the Chiefs. That's going to be August the 20th, I believe. And then we have the Saints, which is going to be August the 28th. So we do only have 3 games when it comes to preseason. But honestly, I would actually take that in a heartbeat, because last time we didn't have any training camp, it was kind of a bummer because you didn't see any of the rookies. You didn't get the opportunity to see a lot of other players that, everybody wanted to see. So we're going to get a final opportunity here to see what Zaven Collins can do, and any other player that we didn't see last year. So definitely very excited about that. What are some things that you really liked when you saw some highlights on, Cardinals page and stuff like that. What are you guys feeling in the comments below? Definitely go ahead and let me know. Put it on the comments, and we'll go ahead and take it to the comments here. Let's keep on reading here. Jovan, I see you, man. Yeah, that's going to be our next topic that we're going to talk about. So yeah, stay tuned. We will be talking about that here shortly, probably within the next like 10 minutes. So stick around. We will be talking about the whole Kyler Murray baseball type of stuff. Yeah, we'll be talking about all that different stuff and how you guys feel about that. I just wanted to go ahead and, give some designated time over to the OTAs. I get it's not that big of a deal, but if you guys can give me one player that you feel like is going to have a breakout year this time around, who do you think that's going to be? Who do you think that's going to be for the Arizona Cardinals? Whether you want to say it's a rookie that was drafted this rookie class, or a rookie that was drafted last rookie class. What do you guys think in the whole situation? Definitely go ahead and let me know in the comments below. I'm more than happy to go ahead and read your guys' comments and see what you guys really feel. Granted, OTAs are what? People in shorts doing drills. It's nothing that crazy, but there's some storylines that came out of it. One of them being Albert Alford is healthy. Thank the Lord for that. So I'm very, very excited about that. Let's keep on reading into the comments here. Let's see what you guys have to see. So you've got Trevor. What's up, Trevor? He said AJ Green. AJ Green's a player that a lot of people are very excited, or at least my guy Trevor here is very excited to see. I can definitely see that. Now, and I know there was a lot of speculations and talks of, the whole wide receiving core and how we're going to look like, what are we going to look like, from last year. We got the opportunity here to see what Christian Kirk can do at number 2 with DeAndre Hopkins opposite side. It didn't look very pretty. It didn't. So hopefully with another player like AJ Green on the opposite side of my guy DeAndre Hopkins, hopefully it's going to be a little bit better. We might see Christian Kirk in the slot. We might see Rondale Moore in the slot. We might see a lot of different stuff. So everything is in the books right now. Everything is out in the table right now. But let me give a quick shout out to my guy, Supreme Goat in the house, going in clutch with a $1.99 donation. My guy, let me give you the quick dab. Appreciate that. He says Byron Murphy. He definitely feels like Byron Murphy is going to have a good come around this time around, which is going to be his 3rd year, so rightfully so. I'm very excited to see what Byron Murphy is going to do when it comes down to the Arizona Cardinals. I'm right there with you, my guy. I'm right there with you. Let's see what happens. He's definitely going to be more of a slot type cornerback more than anything, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. I completely agree. We do have some other comments on the comments here below. Thomas says Isaiah Simmons is going to prove himself this year. I hope so, man. Fingers crossed Isaiah Simmons will prove himself this year. I 100% agree. He's definitely going to get a lot more playing time. That's obvious and for sure. He's definitely going to get more playing time. I'm very excited to see what Isaiah Simmons and Zaven Collins is going to look like right next to each other. This is going to be a very, very interesting season coming through. We have somebody here that's desperate for attention here. We got somebody over here that's desperate for attention. We got Pizza Football NFL trying to get some attention here from the AZ Sports fan family. He's saying 0-17. I see you, man. You're good. You're good. You're good. You don't think the Cardinals are going to be good. I get it. You're funny. I understand. Haha. There you go. Yeah, but we'll see. That's one of the positions that I'm really excited to see. Zaven Collins versus Isaiah Simmons. We'll see what happens there. We got the AZ Sports fan. That's cool. I love it. Says Jalen Thompson and no injuries. Very, very good. 100% agree with that, man. 100% agree with that. Let's keep on reading here. Is it Donnelly Part 2? Oh, you changed your name. You used to be Rocco. I remember the picture. Okay, cool. So it says, I have a feeling Jalen Thompson, comment went away. I have a feeling Jalen Thompson will have a breakout. Vance Joseph loves talking about how amazing he is. I love Jalen Thompson too. I do want the opportunity to have Jalen Thompson, get that opportunity. He just needs to stay healthy. That's the number one thing. I know we got James Wiggins as well in terms of a rookie coming through out of Cincinnati. A lot of people had so much high praise for everybody had a lot of high praise for, James Wiggins coming in out of Cincinnati. Going to be a safety. Is he going to get a fair opportunity? I don't know. We might not see him unless he completely wows a lot of people. Like, and I mean by the coaching staff more than anything. I don't think we're going to see a lot of James Wiggins. As long as Jalen Thompson can stay healthy, I think sky's the limit for our safety core when it comes down to Budda Baker and it comes down to James Wiggins as well. So we'll see what happens, man. I'm very, very excited about it. One thing I definitely want to mention here before we jump into the Kyler Murray thing, How do you guys feel about the number change? The number changes that everybody's currently got right now. I just feel bad for everybody that got an Isaiah Simmons jersey, a Budda Baker jersey, and any player that has changed their number. Because it's so weird seeing the highlights. It's so weird seeing everything on the screen where you're used to see Budda Baker in a number 32, and now he's number 3. Same thing for Isaiah Simmons. He's now, I believe it's number 9. Super odd, man. I'm just very, very weirded out in the whole situation. I don't know how I feel about it. I think it's going to take me accustomed to get back into that situation where like, oh, that's Budda Baker or that's Isaiah Simmons. Like, I was so like accustomed to be like, that number is my guy there. Although you don't see his last name, you know exactly what it looks like. I don't hate it. Honestly, I'm glad that they chose the numbers that they chose and they're happy with the numbers. I don't hate it. It's just going to take me a while to get accustomed to the whole number change and the whole situation. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Does anybody here think the same way? It's like, do you guys not like the numbers? Do you like the new numbers? Like, what do you guys feel in the comments below? Free Matter, what's up, dude? Saying hating the number changes. That's funny. See, and that's the thing too. And I don't blame you for that. Honestly, it's not that I don't hate the number changes. It's just weird. It's weird to me because I'm so used to seeing players with a specific number, and we're just not seeing it this time around. So definitely super odd. But hey, whatever, I guess, makes them happy, it is what it is. We do got another super chat coming on of the second one of the night. We got none other than my guy Red C coming up clutch. Let me give you the quick dab. Appreciate you. Says Wiggins was a huge W of a pick. Personally, I think it'll be him and Deontay Thompson fighting for the last safety spot on the team with JT and B2, etc. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, Deontay Thompson, man. A lot of people kind of forgot. You know, we used to be like the Thompson twins or Thompson brothers. But we'll see, man. I can see them carrying 3 safeties going into the last 53-man roster, but I could also see them carrying 4 because of maybe them being a little worried. Because last year, man, it was a freaking cycle of safety. Well, we had Chris Banjo. We had, Charles Washington, I believe his name was. We just had a lot of people going through that safety market because we just didn't have a consistent answer back there. And I know a lot of people wanted Isaiah Simmons back there, but I think Vance Joseph pretty much already established in himself saying that Isaiah Simmons was going to be that weak inside linebacking spot, and they were determined to put him on there. So yeah, I mean, we'll see. I do hope that James Wiggins, and I hope every rookie has an opportunity to really kind of get themselves an option as well, because Chris Banjo, I think, will make the 53-man roster as well. He did a very good job when he stepped in. Maybe he wasn't as consistent as a lot of people might like it, but I still do think he did a pretty decent job. Jordan P. Yeah, exactly. Jordan P. Perfect. Yeah. Curtis Riley. Completely forgot about Curtis Riley. Exactly. Absolutely nuts. Like, I completely forgot. There's so many people that are just, kind of came through the safeties, and I'm just like, man, what the heck happened? It was so nuts. But 4, 5, somebody says, maybe we might carry some 5 safeties. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We do got another clutch super chat coming in here. We got our guy Colin P coming up clutch. Let me give you the quick dab. Says Red C, shout out to you for your daily cards content. Red C does cards content? Oh, didn't know that. Cool. Awesome. Are you talking about my second channel? Or are you talking about Red Sea? I'm confused. But yeah, appreciate the super chat, my guy. If you want to go ahead and just do a quick follow up here, I'll definitely go ahead and be able to answer for you. But appreciate the $4.99 donation, man. It means the world. Appreciate that. We got Red Sea. It wouldn't be an AZ Sports fan stream if we didn't have Red Sea and Jordan P going at it on the stream. Like, it wouldn't be. So we're going to go over to the next topic that we wanted to talk about, and I know this is a very hot topic that a lot of people want to talk about today, and I'm super on board of talking about this topic right now, and it's going to be the whole story about Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray leaving the doors open for baseball. So we're going to transition into talking about that. Let's move on here and let's move on to the next topic. But before we do that, if you guys can do me one big favor, smash the like button if you have not yet already. Smash it. It turns blue. It helps out the channel grow tremendously. I don't think you quite understand how much it does, but yeah, I'd appreciate it. Yeah, let's go ahead and move on here real quick. Let me get to the super chat, and then we will talk about Kyler Murray and the whole speculations of everything that's currently going on. All right, so Red Sea comes up, says, I do write blogs about us, but definitely not daily. There you go, $5 donation coming from my guy Red Sea, and I do see my guy Colin P coming up clutch. It says Instagram page Cardinals Light. Awesome, man. Thank you so very much for the super chat. Appreciate you. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about Kyler Murray leaving the door open for him to play baseball. Now, what do you guys think about this? If you guys didn't hear the story, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, look it up. Look it up. There's talks out there that Kyler Murray wants to leave the door open. And leave the door open, what that means is basically he's saying that eventually he wants to go back to baseball. Now, I'll give you my take in the whole matter, and obviously we'll take it to the comments, and we'll go ahead and see what you guys have to say and how you guys really feel about it. Now, Kyler Murray, there's a lot of stuff going on right now in social media. A lot of stuff going on in social media. And one of them is he posted something about, him joining the Fies clan. If you guys don't know what the Fies clan is, it's basically a professional gaming group that kind of comes together and they game, which is cool. I mean, I have no problem, with him gaming in his personal time. That's completely cool. I'm down with it. But I think the storyline and the narrative that's going around is basically he's really happy that he was a guy that was drafted, in his eyes, first overall to a gaming team, first overall to the Cardinals, and then he was also drafted in the first round to in baseball. So, this whole big thing going on saying something along the lines of, an athlete that was drafted in 3 different sports, and they're like, big stuff, big awesome stuff for, Kyler Murray for doing that. Now, at one point, I was like, cool, that's awesome. Yeah, good for you, man. Let's get some more W's. Let's see if we can go to the playoffs. Let's do all this and let's do that. My thing is the whole baseball thing. Can we stop talking about baseball and leaving the door open? Now, I get Russell Wilson had his own, skirmish. Russell Wilson had his own thing too, where he was like playing in the minor league of the Yankees, or he played in the Yankees for a few bit, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But I don't know. I don't really know how to quite feel about my quarterback saying that he's leaving the door open for baseball as well. I'm not saying that he's not 100% committed. I don't know. I feel like we just need to pick our battles, if that makes sense. Like we were a team last year where we were riding high, man. We were a team that we were looking good. Our offense was hitting all cylinders go. Cliff Kingsbury seemed like the next best thing in the beginning of the season, and then we were a team that completely crashed down. We were a team that completely broke down. So I can see how this type of talk can rub people the wrong way, because believe it or not, there's some fans that are not happy with Kyler Murray. There's some fans that are not happy with Cliff Kingsbury. And me, I'm not happy with Cliff Kingsbury. I don't know. I think it's very obvious that everybody knows how I feel about Cliff Kingsbury. But I do like Kyler Murray. One of the main reasons why, I got his jersey, the first thing I did was get Kyler Murray's jersey. I do think he's a transitional talent, or an awesome talent. I can't think of the word right now, but an awesome talent. And I really do think that hopefully he's going to get us to the playoffs and be that franchise quarterback for us. But for him to come out and say that he wants to leave the door open for baseball, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't like it because I know for sure that Steve Keim, before this whole Josh Rosen, Cliff Kingsbury thing happened, he said that he talked to Kyler Murray. And this whole conversation was going to be nipped in the bud, and that we weren't going to hear anything about it, and nobody has to worry about our franchise quarterback maybe eventually wanting to go the route of baseball. Now, I'm all about a guy getting paid. I am. He wants to do multiple different things. That's cool. Get yourself some contracts. Work with sponsorships. That's awesome. I'm all up on board with that. But I don't think baseball is going to work there's a lot of in between when it comes down to the season. MLB is a summer sport, but it bleeds into the NFL season. So I don't think it's ever going to happen. I don't think the Cardinals organization will allow it to happen unless he wants to play minor league ball when it's like spring training. Then maybe that might be a thing. But I can't foresee the Arizona Cardinals allowing this to happen for our franchise quarterback to play both sports, because they do intertwine. If you don't know baseball usually starts in late March to April, and it's 6 months, and that's not even including postseason as well. So it's a long time. It's 182 games, 80 games at home, 80 games on the road. I don't think it's going to happen personally. I don't like thinking about it too much, because at the end of the day, my mind is set up as I know what this team. Okay, let me rephrase this. I know what Kyler Murray is capable of, and I really want Kyler Murray to focus on the Super Bowl, focus on the playoffs. But I don't know. It just kind of rubbed me the wrong way. It really did. So let's take it to the comments and let's see what you guys have to say. Definitely going ahead. We're gonna definitely go in and reach to the comments here and see what you guys have to say, because this is a topic that a lot of people really wanted to talk about, and I'm super on board to really get your guys' ideas. Really get your input in this whole situation. So let's talk about this real quick. So topic is, how do you feel about the new story going around where Kyler Murray has the option open, or he's leaving it open, that baseball can still be a very well option for him to play as well? So let me take a quick sip of my water, and then we'll read into comments. AZ Sports fan, what's up, man? Thank you so much for being here. Says Kyler Murray was asked a question from a reporter. He wouldn't lie. I think it's fine. It's good to know that he wants to stay fit, and he didn't just say it randomly. I think we're fine. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. And I agree with you. I don't think that this is going to happen, because there's so much conflict when it comes down to the MLB and the football season. Like, there would be too much conflict. And I don't think you would have a player play two sports. I don't think that would sit well with the Cardinal organization. I don't think the front office is going to like it. They said that they already talked to him about this when they drafted him. So we'll see. We'll see. I just think the initial question of, like, does it rub you the wrong way is more, it's kind of a weird way to put it, but do you not like that was open? I get it. I love the visibility, the transparency. Awesome. Amazing. I would rather him tell me the truth than lie to me. 100%. I agree with you there, AZ Sports fan. But I think the idea of him also thinking about baseball, does that rub you the wrong way? I guess is what I'm trying to ask. But let's go ahead and read to my comment here. We got my guy Mark Jackson coming up clutch. Let me give you the quick dab, my friend. Thank you so very much. He says, I've been saying this from day one. I've had questions about Kyler's character in each year. I've been shown that I'm right. This rubs me the wrong way. Okay, and that's fair. Well, let me tell you this. Let me tell you this right now. And if you guys can disagree with me, that's completely fine. Put it in the comments. That's completely fine, and I'll read what you guys have to say. But this is a big year for Kyler. It is. This year is usually the year where extension talks start to happen. If he exceeds. Obviously, we have 4 years with this rookie year, his rookie contract, and we'll see what happens from there. But the third year is usually like towards the end, towards the middle. We start talking about extending him, maybe putting him on another year deal, and all that different stuff. So this is a big year for Kyler. It really is a big year for Kyler, and to show up. Now, so far, Kyler's been making the right steps. 5.5 wins to 8 wins, and hopefully everything's looking up and everything's going to be looking good for us there. But I know a lot of people that are concerned with what my guy Mark Jackson's saying here. There's a lot of people that are concerned that he doesn't even like Cliff. The simple fact that eye contact isn't made when the cameras are panned. Now, obviously, we're not there on the sidelines every second of the day. But when we do see it, and we have Cliff Kingsbury sitting next to him, we see a Kyler Murray that's really pissed, which I like. I love the fire that our quarterback wants to win every single game. I'm right there. I'm right there with you, Kyler. But there's also a thing called being a leader and try to bring everybody together and say, hey, I messed that up. That was on me. Let's try this next time. And I do hope, fingers crossed, that we can see a different, mature Kyler Murray going into the season, because it would be kind of foolish, or it would be kind of naive to say that that didn't cross your mind at one point when we panned over to Kyler Murray and sitting in, on the bench, and you have Cliff Kingsbury with the tablet right here, and Kyler Murray's just doing this. And we got Cliff Kingsbury right here talking to him. This is what we can do. This is what we can try. So I think it's definitely a big year for Kyler. It is. I don't think that we're gonna move on from Kyler. Oh no way in heck. We would get rid of Cliff before we got rid of Kyler. But this is a year that negotiations might start trickling through. So can he get us to the promised land? Can he get us to the playoffs? Which that is expectations from a lot of fans. Playoffs is what we're looking like right now. If we get to Super Bowl, perfect. That's cherry on top of the ice cream. But I think right now, if you ask the non-aggressive fans, non-impatient fans, like, I'm an impatient fan. If you don't know this by now, I don't know, you might be watching me wrong. But for the people that are super patient, they just want playoffs. If we can get to playoffs, perfect. Next up is going to be, let's move further into the playoffs next year. Me, obviously, I want the playoffs as well, but I do want to go deep in it. I don't want to go, first round and we're getting kicked out. But I would still be happy with playoffs in general. Let me give a quick shout out to my guy, Free Matter for the Blind. What's up, dude? Let me give you the quick dab. It says, if he takes the Cardinals to the NFC West Championship, then I'll be okay with him playing baseball for the D-backs. Well, I see where you're coming from, but Kyler has already, and I think you already know. I'm just explaining this. Just keep in mind, because we have some people in here that might not know that if Kyler does decide to go back to baseball, his rights are all connected to the Oakland Athletics. So if he does go back to baseball, that's where he would go. He doesn't really have a choice in the matter. He would have to be playing for the Athletics. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But it does rub me the wrong way, but it's not something that's going to keep me up at night, because I know he's going to be there. I don't think Kyler Murray's going anywhere. I think we can definitely still see a solid third year, a solid fourth year coming through from Kyler Murray. But now the next question here is injuries. Can Kyler stay healthy? Because the last 2 years, whether you want to say it's the last 2 games, the last 3 games, Kyler's been hurt. So it's definitely a topic that a lot of people are going to talk about Kyler Murray. Is he the guy moving for the future? Because we've seen people already give up on quarterbacks 3 years in. We've seen it. We're going to see a lot of pitchforks. We're going to see a lot of people really getting down to the wire if this Cardinal team can't get to the playoffs. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be a very interesting year, and I'm very, very excited to follow every single storyline, everything that's going to currently happen for our team, because everybody in here right now, all 51 of you guys, we all want to go to the playoffs. Obvious. It would be silly to say that if you're not a Cardinal fan, that's not what you want. That's your expectations for year 3 of Cliff Kingsbury. The whole coaching staff regime, as well as the third year of Kyler as well. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. It's a lot to definitely dive into. If this season turns south real fast, and it can happen, man. Well, let's be honest. The NFC West has still Russell Wilson, which I'm not going to lie to you, Russell Wilson coming out and saying that he never wanted a trade to begin with, that's hysterical. Come on, if you guys don't know this yet, Russell Wilson, after he's been to the OTAs, he came out and said, I never wanted a trade. Bull snuff. Come on, now you're going to sit here and tell me that you were not disgruntled. Come on, Russell, come on. Now, obviously, we don't want that for Kyler, because definitely we would be in a world of hurt then, but there's a lot of good storylines. There's a lot of good storylines that are coming out of the NFC West. Another one was the Sean McVay thing, where a reporter asked him, how are you feeling about the OTAs? And he straight up said he was feeling good. That's all he said. I was feeling good. And the reporters, what they decided to do was they made a storyline after his paraphrasing, either I feel good or whatever he said. They basically turned it around and said, Sean McVay is very happy because now they have Matthew Stafford as quarterback and not Jared Goff. He's feeling a lot more positive because Jared Goff is gone. Like, dang, like this is the type of, storylines that we're getting right now in the OTAs, because in actuality, the big stories that are out there, Russell Wilson, is he want to get traded? What the heck is happening with, Aaron Rodgers? Because we're going to dive into that a little short later on as well, because I do think it's very important to talk about Aaron Rodgers because we do play him on week 8. So a lot of things are on the table still. Very, very excited. But let's keep on reading to the comments. Let's stay with this topic here today, and we'll go through. Alfredo, what's up, dude? So, is your son stream today? Yes, it is. Yep. So I am doing a double stream today. If you guys don't know, I'm talking Cardinals. Obviously, you're in a Cardinal stream. But right after this one at 7 p.m., we will be doing another stream for the Phoenix Suns. Basically doing watch party and watching them hopefully going to 3-0 and playing the Denver Nuggets for the third time. So yes, there will also be a Sun stream right after this one. It's already set up. You can drop a like over there and all that different stuff. So great question, my guy. Appreciate you. Red Sea coming up clutch with another $5 donation. Moneybags Red Sea coming up clutch. What's up, dude? Appreciate you, man. Says Russ, as soon as he saw the pass rusher he has to deal with behind the non-existent O-line, oh, heck no. Get me on the first plane out of here. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. And I agree with you. Russell Wilson straight out and said, I never wanted to get traded, bro. Don't even act like you're not worried about these defensive line. And I'm not just talking about the Cardinals. I'm talking about the 49ers with, Nick Bosa, being a lot more. And their whole defensive line is stacked. And on top of that, you have the Rams with Aaron Donald. One of the best interior pass rushers that we've seen in quite some time. So it's crazy. It's crazy. It's definitely crazy to see that Russell Wilson definitely said something like this. I don't believe it for a second. I don't know how the Seahawks fans are dealing with Russell Wilson. I'm pretty sure they'll forget about it when he gets close to the playoffs or later on when he does what he does. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. But we're still on the topic right now of Kyler Murray leaving the door open for him to play baseball. How do you guys feel in the whole situation? So we'll talk about it. Yeah, we'll talk. Let's stay on that topic right now. Let me read some comments and let's see if I can go ahead and find something here real quick. Alfredo says, thanks. Yeah, man, absolutely. Thank you so much for asking that question. Appreciate you. Robin Jones says Josh Allen went off in his third year. I agree. I do have high expectations for Kyler, and a lot of people do. So even the people that do not like Kyler Murray, they have high expectations for Kyler. And that noise is only going to get much more louder if the third year doesn't pan out. So that's what I'm really worried about. Let's keep on reading into the comments here. Chris Cummings, what's up? What's going on, man? Says, I've never seen a player so invested into local Arizona teams so fast like JJ Watt is. I love that. Yeah, I agree, man. It's cool. Let's talk a little about JJ Watt. Yeah, let's do that. I love that topic. Let's segue into JJ Watt. It was never a situation that I wanted to talk about him, but yeah, I love it, man. JJ Watt, man, he's making a name for himself. Whether you want to say, man, he's just posting stuff on social media, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But he's really making it a point to reach out to the rookies, reach out to other players that are on the team, and kind of changing the culture of this Arizona Cardinal team and really trying to bring a tight-knit family together. And I love it. I love what I've seen from J.J. Watt. If you guys don't know, J.J. Watt and Zaven Collins, the first round pick for our Arizona Cardinals, ended up going golfing. And I think it was up to Zaven Collins to get breakfast or something like that, and he missed it. he didn't bring breakfast, blah, blah, blah. So he made him do a rookie stunt where basically going down the hill, rolling down. It was pretty funny. I liked what I've seen on the leadership, and then he followed that tweet up or that Instagram post up with Zaven Collins bringing him breakfast, and then he went ahead and tagged, DeAndre Hopkins and Kyler Murray on it, and everybody was very, very, involved in the whole topic in the situation, and they were making light of it, and it was really cool. It was really cool to see JJ Watt do that. Now, another amazing thing that JJ Watt has done is he's been going to a lot of Suns games. He's been going to a lot of Suns games wearing Suns apparel, which it's awesome, man. It's really cool to see a superstar like JJ Watt come in here the first year and automatically you start seeing him like in playoff games. Now, shout out to Kyler, because Kyler did the same thing, but he wasn't wearing no Sun stuff. Let me tell you that right now. He wasn't wearing no Sun stuff, but I think he was going for the Suns. I think it's definitely obvious. I just don't think he was rocking any Suns gear. We had JJ Watt with the Suns hat. He was ready to go. He was hyped the heck up. He was really, really, tweeting about, D-Book getting mad disrespected. Kyler was doing the same thing, and we had a lot of Cardinal players doing the same thing as well, because one thing is, if you don't watch basketball, Devin Booker being our superstar of the Suns is the equivalent of what Larry Fitzgerald was and Paul Goldschmidt was to the or Shane Doan was to the Coyotes. So that's who Devin Booker is. So they were just basically saying that the disrespect that NBA puts on them, and rightfully so. But now that they're on a national level, a lot more people are seeing what Devin Booker can do. So it's pretty cool. So I really do like what JJ Watt's doing. The leadership is absolutely impeccable. It's cool, man. It's really cool. We've been seeing the media day. We've seen JJ Watt standing right next to Chandler Jones, flexing on people and really kind of making this year very interesting, very exciting to see what we can do. Now, I know a lot of people were comparing the whole JJ Watt to the whole, Terrell Suggs coming in here. Terrell Suggs was a homer from Arizona, and he ended up getting drafted from the Baltimore Ravens, or to the Baltimore Ravens. So, I don't know. I'm more optimistic about JJ Watt. I feel like he loves football still. He wants to keep his legacy going. He definitely wants to keep his legacy going. So I'm really stoked about it. I'm very, very happy to see what we can do this coming year with the leadership that we have and everything that kind of goes along with it. So, yeah, big shout out to JJ Watt. Completely agree with it. I kind of went on a complete turn there. But, yeah, very, very excited about it. Free Matter for the Blind says, K1 hates Arizona. I fear so. I don't know if he hates Arizona. I know a lot of people are not really happy that he hasn't got a house here. I think he maybe lives on a condo or a very luxurious condo or whatever he lives in. I don't care. I know his roots are from Texas and that's what he loves to represent. That's fine with me. As long as he can get us somewhere and keep us consistent. I don't care, man. I don't care that he doesn't have a house here. It is what it is to me. All right, another sip of the water, y'all. Another sip of the water. Let's keep on reading into the comments here. We got James Smith. What's up, dude? Saying anything on Larry? Still nothing, man. Still nothing. It's crazy to see, man. It's crazy to see right now in the type of what we're looking at. Still nothing on Larry Fitzgerald. I think he's pretty much as good as retired. I don't think he's going to come back. I really don't. I know there's a lot of people that want to see him on the tight end position. And there was even an article that was made on, I believe it was the AZ Republic, saying, oh, why not put, Larry Fitzgerald as a tight end? I don't think it's going to happen, boys. I really don't. He's 37, 38 years old. I don't think he wants to be at the line. And I know he doesn't have to be a primary blocking tight end, but I don't think so. I honestly don't think so. Let's keep on reading into the comments here. Thomas, what's up, dude? Says, I personally think Kyler Murray doesn't want to work with Cliff. He seems like he was tired of him, and he can't escape Cliff Kingsbury. You're not the only one that feels like it, man. You're not the only one that feels like it. My guy Mark over here, he definitely feels like there is some sort of tension between the two, and we're not going to know until maybe the end of this year. Maybe in the fourth year. We'll see what happens. Stories and leaks always come out, so we'll see what happens there. All right, let's talk a little bit more here, and then we'll jump into the Aaron Rodgers topic because it definitely affects the Arizona Cardinals in some sort of way. So we will talk about Aaron Rodgers and what's going on over there in case you guys are interested. All right, let's keep on reading into the comments here. We have Mamba Shoes. Hey, what's your opinion on Chandler Jones? That's a great question, man. That's a very good question. I don't think he's going anywhere. I know that they were saying the they were saying the fact that, like, he removed everything Cardinals related on his Instagram. I don't think he's an Instagram or a social media type of person to begin with. So I just think it was weird circumstances. I don't think Chandler's going anywhere. I really don't. I hope he's not disgruntled. Like, granted, I don't have any inside information or anything like that. I'm just a fan like you guys are. But I don't think he's going anywhere. I hope that if they are disgruntled with each other, and what I mean by that, I mean the Chandler Jones and the Cardinals organization, I hope they squash it because, man, we definitely need Chandler Jones coming in, bro. So we definitely need Chandler Jones coming in for sure. So that's my opinion about it. I don't want to spend too much on it. I don't think it's that big of a deal. All right, guys, let's go ahead and move on to the topics here. So what we went ahead and covered was OTA stuff. And then we also went ahead and covered Kyler Murray leaving baseball open up for, for his future career. So we'll see what happens with that. Next topic I want to talk about is none other than Aaron Rodgers not showing up to OTAs, man. This is a big story. This is a huge story, especially implications for the Green Bay Packers or even for, the Cardinals playing them in Week 8. Now, do me a big favor, guys. Last time this didn't work, but let me know if you can hear me when I post this up right now. Let's do a quick test real quick. This is going to be what I wanted to show you. Let me know if you guys can hear me while I have this up. So what I went ahead and did is I went ahead and made this, and I called this the Rodgers Watch. Now, if you guys don't know what's going on in Green Bay, it's a huge thing that's happening with Green Bay. We got Ian Rappaport. We got Adam Schefter. We got Tom Pelissero, which are big names when it comes down to when it comes down to people that report stuff. They're probably one of the biggest sources out there that a lot of people are really kind of that really hold value in this whole situation. So, we have Ian Rappaport basically saying, the status of Aaron Rodgers is definitely in doubt. Tom Pelissero pretty much saying there was no change in quarterback, the status of Aaron Rodgers. Still not expecting him to get there. We got Adam Schefter saying also some stuff as well. So, things are getting very, very murky, man. Things are getting very, very murky when it comes down to Aaron Rodgers and the whole situation. It's crazy. It's nuts. I cannot imagine Aaron Rodgers not being in a Green Bay uniform, but imagine what we've been seeing after the whole, pandemic type of year. Anything's on the table. Anything's on the table. Now, if you're asking me, why are we talking about Aaron Rodgers? This is an Arizona Cardinal page. The reason why is because we are playing them prime time on Week 8. And that game right there is absolutely huge. Absolutely huge. So this is the main reason why we're talking about this topic. But one other thing I want to talk about before we jump into Week 8 of the Arizona Cardinals and the Green Bay Packers. There's a lot of crazy things happening with Green Bay. If you guys didn't hear what Davante Adams had to say, oh my goodness, Davante Adams pretty much said he is on board with whatever is happening with Aaron Rodgers. Like, he's on board with it. He backs him 110%. So there's a beef. There's something going on with Rodgers, and there's something going on with the front office. Now, whether you want to say it's, Matt LaFleur or the GM, whatever you want to say, there's a disconnect between the man, the myth, the legend, Aaron Rodgers, and that front office. And we can very well see a crazy trade. And if that happens, what's going to happen? Davante Adams is still going to want out too. Is the only thing I can speculate. So, Week 8, Arizona Cardinals versus Green Bay Packers. Now, I know a lot of people were very, very excited about this game. Prime time, we're looking good. We got Aaron Rodgers, Kyler Murray. Beautiful setup. Now, what if we don't see Aaron Rodgers? If we don't see Aaron Rodgers, my goodness. That game with Jordan Love, a lot of people automatically said that's a W. That's a win already in that column right now. Not having Aaron Rodgers there in Green Bay uniform, that's an automatically W for the Arizona Cardinals. Now, I'm very curious to figure out what you guys have to say, because I honestly do think that team is still pretty good with or without Aaron Rodgers. Now, let me know in the comments on how you feel. Do you feel like it's going to be easy W, or do you feel like, hey, this is still going to be a competitive match because, A, they still have Aaron Jones. A, at this very moment, they still have Davante Adams. They still have some other weapons. If you want to say Adam Lazard, if you want to say, I believe it's Scantling or Marcus, whatever his name is. They still have a very good team over there. And it would definitely be an opportunity it definitely be an opportunity for Jordan Love to start this year. If you take a look at that whole division right now, you got Jared Goff, you got Kirk Cousins, which everybody pretty much wrote off at this point, and then you also have the Bears with Andy Dalton. Come on, seriously, Andy Dalton. So you have them, or are they going to start Justin Fields? I do think the Chicago Bears are going to start with Andy Dalton, and when the noise gets really loud, we're going to start seeing Justin Fields. That's my personal opinion. But this would be a good opportunity for the Packers to move on from Aaron Rodgers if this is the whole situation and it doesn't get cleaned up and it doesn't get fixed. Because Aaron Rodgers in that division, you automatically say, Aaron Rodgers is in that division, they are going to win that division. But if he's not in that division and Jordan Love is going to be the guy coming up and playing quarterback for them, we're going to see a whole different team. Now, I still do think that team is stacked. I still do think that team is a very good team. But man, you take an MVP caliber type of quarterback out of the, out of the quarterback position, it's going to look different. It's going to look very, very different. So I don't think it's going to be an easy win. I hope it is. But we seen last year when we played against Tua Tagovailoa. Now, Tua didn't do what he did to us to other teams. Now, we look like a different defense now. We do. We got some different pieces. We got younger pieces. We switched this person. We switched that person. So we're looking like a different defense. So I'm not going to say, oh, well, it happened to us last year. It's going to happen to us this year with Jordan Love. I'm not going to be on that boat. But I still honestly do feel like this is going to be a very, very interesting matchup. Jordan Love versus Kyler Murray, if this does decide to happen. Let's take it to the comments and let's see what you guys have to say. Red Sea, what's up, dude? Says, I personally trust Green Bay's defense, especially run defense. And if Jordan Love's instead of A-Rod, that's a huge advantage for our defense to eat. I agree, but you're right. You called it. Exactly. Their defense is still pretty decent. It is. They got a pretty good defense. Whether you say it's, what's his name? Is it Alexander? Their cornerback is very good. They have a cornerback, and I believe it's Alexander. And they also have a guy named Smith in the defensive line that's very, very good. So their defense is very good as well. So it'll be a very, very good leg up for our defense to prey on a second-year quarterback that really didn't have a lot of reps. So it would be cool to see that, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll definitely see what happens. Mambo, what's up, dude? Who are you taking? Cardinals? So who are the Cardinals taking next college draft? Oh, sheesh. I'm not giving up on Kyler yet. I'm not giving up on Kyler yet. I think Kyler's going to be here at least for 2 more years. I don't know. This is a very important 2 or 3 years for Kyler. It really is. It's a very important. It is. And I do think he's going to show up. I do think he is. There's a lot of hype up coming up from Kyler Murray, man, and moving on to his 3rd year, and I do hope he takes that extra step because we all hope it, right? Fingers crossed. Jean-Paul, there you go. Yeah, exactly. Jair Alexander, thank you. Appreciate you. I blanked on his first name, but yeah, there you go. Good cornerback. Very good cornerback. So they still have some pieces on the defense. So I don't think it's going to be an easy W, but it would be a better opportunity for the Arizona Cardinals to pounce on a second-year quarterback that doesn't have all the reps that he possibly could need. But that is also going to be Week 8. So if Aaron Rodgers does get traded from here, which is June 11th, until somewhere between, preseason, yeah, I can definitely see something happen there, man. I can definitely see something happen here. If you guys can do me one big favor, we got 55 people watching in this moment. We got 34 likes. If you guys can do me a huge favor, smash that like button. It means the world to me. We're trying to see if we can get to 50 likes. Let's see if we can do that before we end the stream. We do got another super chat in the house. We got our guy Mark Jackson coming up clutch with another $5 donation. My guy, let me give you the quick dab. Appreciate you. Says trade for the MVP. Kyler and a first. He has 4 good years left. I don't trust Kyler. Pay the tax for going over the cap. Oh my geez Louise. Woo! That's a hot take. That's a hot take. Now I remember when Deshaun Watson was an option. There was people saying trade for Deshaun Watson. So this topic or this idea of trading out from Kyler is not the first time that we've heard this. It isn't. Now, I'm not on board with this just because Aaron Rodgers is a beast. He is. He's an absolute beast. I don't know. I have so much hope, so much faith that I'm holding on with Kyler right now, and it might be a fool's hope. It really might be a fool's hope, but I'm still holding on to he can do it. Let's just give him this one more year, and I do think he's going to take us to the playoffs. But this is a strong hot take, my guy. Strong hot take. And I respect it, man. I definitely respect it. Because you're not the only person that said, there's a big quarterback that might be available in the trade market. But I think Deshaun Watson or Aaron Rodgers might go to the Broncos. I think the Broncos are a huge team that is looking to get a quarterback upgrade. Because what do they got? Teddy Bridgewater and they got Locke? Yeah, not happening. Not happening. Not happening. So we'll see, man. We'll see what happens. We'll definitely see what happens in the whole situation. Aaron Rodgers is a huge story to follow through. Do I think he's gonna leave? Honestly, him being disgruntled, him not going up to OTAs, it might rub some players the wrong way. Now, Devontae Adams, he's team 110% Aaron Rodgers. He goes where he goes. He does not say anything bad about Aaron Rodgers. That's his guy. But there are some people in that organization, some other players that might not want to protect him. So we'll see, man. We'll see what happens. It's a huge storyline going on right now, and I'm very excited to figure out what's going to happen week 8 for our Arizona Cardinals. Let's keep on reading to the comments here. Jovan says, why are you even on here? It's an Arizona page. Dog, get out of our D. I don't know who he's talking to, but well, we'll move on from the comment just because I'm a little confused. Edward Ramirez says AZSF stands for Arizona San Francisco. Wow. Original, Edward. Original. Wow. Let me give you the quick golf clap. And let me give you a big fat
denied.
That is not what the AZSF stands for. And if you don't know what that stands for, then I question your AZ sports fan. AZ sports fan. I don't know. I just question you. But hey, you go with whatever you want to go with. If you think that's what it stands for, then that's completely fine. That's completely up to you, my guy. Let's keep on reading to the comments here. We got Jean Paul says, Jordan, what do you think? Oh, he's talking about Jordan. Okay, cool. We'll let that happen there. Mark says, I've always been controversial. I just want what's best for the team. Yeah, I agree. 110%. Mike, the good thing is Kyler Murray hated the Cowboys since he was a kid. That's true. I agree. Yeah, so I don't think Kyler's going anywhere unless we somehow get this going. Yeah. Jovan, what's up, dude? I was talking about the hater giving you a thumbs. Oh, gotcha. Oh, I appreciate you, man. Thank you. Appreciate you. Yeah, so that's where we stand at, boys. That's where we stand at. This has been an absolutely amazing stream. Thank you everybody for participating. Thank you for everybody for super chatting. Everybody in the comments that love to kind of talk and back and forth, because this is what it's about, man. This is what the AZ Sports Fan YouTube page is about. I want to hear your guys' comments, your guys' point of views, because everybody's got different opinions. We got people saying trade Kyler. We got some people saying Kyler's the right way to go. We're gonna know in this year. And I'm very, very excited to figure out what's gonna happen with the Arizona Cardinals. Now, we all want the best thing for him. We all want the best thing for Kyler, for the Cardinals, because that only means we get that much better. We get that much better, y'all. All right, boys, so that's how we're going to end the stream. We will be doing another live stream if you're interested in the Phoenix Suns. Cool. Well, I'm going to be changing my shirt. I got to put my good luck shirt on, and I got to change my lights going, so I do need about 5-6 minutes to get everything situated here on my end. But I appreciate everybody here chilling, talking some Arizona Cardinals. If you're just barely getting in here right now, smash the like button if you have not yet already, and rewatch it. This is a very, very eventful, awesome stream. We had a lot of great conversation back and forth. So if you guys are interested, definitely rewatch it. It was an amazing stream, guys. Thank you so very much for watching. I appreciate every one of you. Have a great rest of your day, and go Cards.